Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Someone's vacuuming. They don't like that. They really do not like that. But I couldn't hear the vacuum. I could just hear the dog, so I was worried something was up. I guess because it's not the vacuum, it's the Bissell, which is like a wet vacuum, I guess, like a carpet cleaner type of thing. Anyway, we're back. Dogs seem to have settled down now that the vacuum is almost done. So last time we were working on three versions of the outpost. We have one input on each side. We have one input or two inputs on the right and two inputs on the left. However, I was not thinking when I set this up how annoying it will be to feed the train. So I need to shift the inputs here above the track on either side. Same with here and same with here. So there is a very easy way to do this. It will waste a little bit of belt, but I think it could be worth it. There is another option too. So basically we basically have two options. One of them is waste a little bit of belt and try to make one of the options is to waste a little bit of belt and just kind of add something that goes here, which would make it go like this, up, over, and then down. Not gonna waste much. It would use like 5 extra belt or something like that. Streak reset? Oh no! Did you not? Did you not? Were you not there last week? I thought I saw you. Or did it just take a while? Rip. Didn't expect. I thought I saw you say hello. I guess I just imagined that. That's sad. Is there a way to renew it? I feel like they should let you spend points to renew it. Probably not. But what am I thinking of? Snapchat maybe? Snapchat might do something like that. But yeah. So the way we have it set up, we have to have 3 completely separate blueprints. I don't like that. So what I think what I think I want to do is actually make it that I can paste a blueprint on top that just swaps the sides. I don't know exactly how to do it. Oh, that's so close too. Now it's gonna take like, how many times do I stream a week? 4 to 5. That's like another 4 months before you can make that joke. That's sad. Hmm. Huh. Well, let's make a backup version. I'm sorry, I just saw how he named this. Final redesign version 2. Okay. Whatever. We need to put this track. We need to connect these higher. Oh, I remember we also changed that. Hold up, I need to get those blueprints real quick. Train station, double chain. No, it's not that one. Different GC outpost, stone burner, coal outpost, full base test. Which one is it? Neat but not useful. Burner 100% there. Yeah, that tracks. Okay, so this is the 4 wide one. Okay. Less erratic schedule. Um, is it way more than 8 months? I mean, that it's the erratic schedule is the main thing. But I mean, it would be 4 months if I stream up about 4 days on average. Which I mean, I do for the most part. 8 plus would be if I stream twice a week, right? Like that's I very very rarely stream that little. It's really just October that's going to be erratic. So is this the larger base? It is. Okay. Okay, so we need to slightly redesign this, which is fine. I just want to make the connection a little bit easier. Okay. So we are literally just bringing this in, bringing that out. Yeah, that's probably yeah, that one's probably pretty realistic. Okay. So now we can copy that same design here. It actually looks like we could save an underground too, which would be nice. Let's see. Or not save an underground, but that one's not worth it. Okay, so this should be good then. We take a blueprint. How do I make a blueprint book again? There we go. Okay, theoretically, this should be good now. So basically, the whole way this is designed, it allows me to upgrade. If I accidentally paste the wrong blueprint or change my mind about which patch to use, it just lets me paste another one on top of that. These are powered. Okay, there we go. So we should call this one. Actually, I kind of want to rearrange the order a little bit because we should definitely have the smaller one be first. Are you up to 8 Mbps? I'm up to like 10. uh, but yeah, ever since we switched to the 5G stuff, we have slightly higher speeds. It's still terrible because it's a lot more inconsistent. But at least it means I can stream at 6K Mbps most of the time. But whenever it's peaking at 3, that means its lows are like 1, so that can't even stream at like 240p. Okay, so I want to copy this name because I'm lazy. I'm just gonna do it this way. What did I just open? Yeah, that tracks because I'm pretty sure that's when we got our internet. Okay. And then we'll add version 2. Really, the only change I made was bringing the 4 things closer together, so that way it lines up with the blueprint that'll have. Okay. Because I realized the way that I was connecting them earlier wasn't a design that could be pasted one on top of the other, which is how it was originally designed. So we wanted to remove that. But yeah, basically I realized this connection it's not great. It should connect above the train, because if it connects here, that means I have to weave my train through this and this. If I do above, I only have to do one of them, which is much, much nicer. So let's see, how do we do this connection? This comes from the, oh, this is an iron lane. Okay, so we don't touch this one. We have this. Oh, this is real confusing. Okay. Okay, let's just, to start, let's just put this here. I think I should lower this. Especially, oh yeah, since that's the one that just goes, that's the one that just goes here. So that should be good. And then this connects here. I'm just trying to get the general connections so I can picture things, or yeah, picture things better. And then we'll clean it up a little bit, but I need to get them on roughly the same level, otherwise it just does not make sense to me. And then this goes down, and then it splits, and then it goes back up. Okay, perfect. Now, I don't like where that iron lane is. I think that interferes with a lot. Back in class, back in 2012, a classmate got a 1 gig internet connection was like, can you even use that much? I mean, honestly, I still can't picture any situation where I need that much. Like, it would be nice to be able to upload my VODs, and oh gosh, how fast would that be? Like 30 seconds? Okay, yeah, that does sound fantastic. But honestly, I'd settle for an hour. Taking 5 hours per VOD is a lot rougher though. Um, or 6 hours. On my old internet, it was literally like 16 hours for of uploading for every 2 hours I streamed, which meant my computer had to be on pretty much constantly if I ran the VODs channel, which is why I didn't have that regular uploads. Would it be nice to stream and receive a picture at the same time? So I think with my new internet, I can actually. I think it's fast enough now that if someone sends a picture, it doesn't completely tank my internet. It's not great, but it's definitely better. Okay. I don't know. I don't think there's any situation where I'd be connecting from the up. So we'll just keep it like this. I think that looks reasonable to me. Yeah. Probably could do a little bit less rail, but honestly, 55 rails, that's so little that we'll be using for each outpost. I don't think I don't think I need to stress too much about that. Okay, so now let's clean it up a little bit. Could this split off earlier? Yes. Technically. It's a little bit cleaner. And then if I curve it up earlier, that also helps. Okay. That seems all right. Honestly, this part doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be decent. This obviously can curve earlier. If you can't stream 2 videos and play RL at the same time, are you even alive? What's RL? But yeah, if I can't play 2 videos at once, what's the point? Hmm. Ooh, actually, yeah, that's much nicer. Rocket League. Is is that what you've been playing? Nice. I I think that game's really cool. I am so bad at it, but I'm really bad at any slightly competitive game. To be fair, though, so that's a not a high bar. I don't know. I've never been a competitive gamer, which is surprising considering I speedrun. But I mostly did it because I like improving myself. It's like your pause game. Nice. No, it's nice. It's really cool. One of my friends really loved it. But once we stopped gaming, I pretty much just stopped playing it. RL, WoW, and Dota at the same time. You know, WoW, that one's pretty easy to play along with other ones. Not sure about the others, but WoW seems manageable. Is that better? Maybe? It gives me more options later, so I think it's worth it. Is this, let's see, this needs to be 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. For my plan to work. Yeah, I can make it work. I can make it work. That or chess. Chess is also a good one. Well, I guess it depends. If you're bad at it like me and have to spend all your time thinking about your move, I guess it's probably a lot harder to play without like full focus. I think these tessellate together every that many. Okay, so I'm gonna move the patch and just assume I'm two of these distances away. Just for simplicity's sake. So we need a new patch. We'll just make this one larger. That seems fine. Yeah, I just want to make the connections consistent for now. Oops. Ooh, that's actually going to be really annoying to build. Oh, wait, never mind. It's going to be a blueprint. Corners will be blueprints. That's okay. Okay, perfect. Uh, that was wrong. Ooh, actually, this is really hard to see the connection points for. I'm going to add one tile. This curve made it real confusing. There we go. This is part of the blueprint. Okay, so let's take a new version of this. Select new contents. Literally the only difference is we waste 4 belts. And it is actually just wasted belt. But the thing is, it makes the connection so much nicer. Because pretty much the goal is minimize error points where we can for connections. You were actually interested in Rocket League, didn't buy it at first, but it looked like a fun game, and then Epic happened. Is it not Epic? Or is it just owned by Epic? Because I swear I had it on Steam. See, I never bought it. My friend just gifted it to me one day and was like, yo, let's play. Which he definitely makes it. It does not have to be that good of a game for that to be a worthwhile deal, huh? Okay. So yeah, this connection, we now have nothing blocking this track, so we have so much more space to work with. Now, it's obviously not true if the patch is here, but at least we're not guaranteed to have it in the way like we were. Like now it's less likely to be in the way. Because previously it was guaranteed to be in the way, but I'll take a 50% reduction any day. And now we do the same, but on this side. Epic bought the studio, and then it went Epic exclusives. Interesting. Wait, does that mean if you have it on Steam, can you still play it on Steam, or did they just like completely discontinue it? Because I could see it going. I could see it going either way. I don't really have any like hotbars because I wasn't any hotkey stuff. So maybe I should do that real quick. And then this would be, yeah, that works. That's a different order than I normally have it, but I'm realizing I keep picking stuff during this redesign it. Okay, you can play it on Steam, but it's now only available on Epic. You just can't buy it on Steam. That makes sense. I feel like they probably would have ran into trouble if that weren't the case, but you never know. But hello, Arthur. Welcome, welcome. I am currently redesigning my outpost to be symmetrical with all of the designs, because I realized the way that I hooked this up, it saved a few belts, but it made it that it was very much not symmetrical anymore, and that's not great. Now, one thing that someone did suggest was somehow making it that it doesn't matter which side I connect the patches to. I don't think that's viable, because we basically have 2 different sized outposts, right? So someone suggested, someone suggested making a compressor, but the way that we have the fact that we have to send fuel down and then we have like 2 reds and a yellow means I don't think we can make a compressor work in a way that is worth it than just spending like a second. Because pretty much that's what it is. We have to spend like a second thinking about it, or we make a compressor that's just a lot more belt for no reason. It's an option, but I don't personally see a great way to set that up. Because we would have to compress both halves into a single one, and also like split the coal weirdly. And then we'd have to make sure that 4 belt can go either direction. Maybe it's not great. And that just seems to be a theme. If only there was a way to like pause the streak, just be like, oh, people are on vacation in the summer. Stop keeping count. Because really the only way to do that now would just be not streaming, which I feel like isn't a great solution. Also, let's move that over. Well, not plus, exactly 63. Yeah, if only it was 63 plus, then that means that the old number would still be an option. If one can dream. Okay, so I think I have to copy this and just flip it, right? Yeah, that should be good. Is that obvious? No, that is not an obvious connection. We'll do this again. Actually, this one is pretty obvious, but if even more obvious would be this. So basically, what I'm doing right now is making it that it's pretty obvious where the connection goes. Because I would look at this and be like, there's no way that is not the connection point, right? Whereas if it was curved, I would be a little bit confused. So we're just spending basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're spending 14 extra belt at each outpost to make it a lot easier to connect. I think that is a worthwhile trade. I somehow forgot to copy this though. Okay. I know these will not be the standard distances to outposts, but it sure helps a lot in making the initial connections. That's what we're working towards right now. Okay, this almost fits there. Honestly, if I change how this connects, I think we're good. Oh, that reminds me, we still need to figure out how to do the oil. We have not done that yet. Okay. That should work. That gives us the standard distance. Although I feel like I should make my standard distance farther, but it's okay. It's totally okay. Okay. I said okay way too much there. Okay, so this goes. All right, there we go. I know other words. Uh, we have a standard distance for connecting stuff. Just makes it easier for the planning phase. Obviously, there will not be that distance in an actual run. But yeah, now we have to just kind of throw this completely out the window because it was not good. We will instead clone this entire setup. And again, perfect. That blinking though, yeah, oh, I can turn that off. There you go. Now there's no blinking. Is that better? I try to keep it off. Okay, so you can just add more underground at the end to call it long belts. What do you mean? Here? No, not here. Oh, you mean like here to make it pretty more obvious? Or do you just mean move this up? Oh, do you just mean move this up like here to just give it a more reasonable distance? I mean, you need to check if everything is powered sooner or later. Well, we just don't have any infinity accumulators right now. Oh, in the train as a standard distance. Hmm. More underground at the end to call it long belts. In train. I don't follow what the end goal is there. Oh, I forgot we just pasted. We just pasted inserters everywhere. We should probably get rid of that. Forgot we did that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so now this part's a little bit annoying because we are making the assumption that the patch is going to be like here, but the train is here. So don't know exactly how we'll do that. Wait, there are. I don't see any. Oh, there they are. There they are. Thank you. Gosh, imagine if that was left in the final blueprint. That would be rough. That would be rough. Oh gosh, we edited the wrong one. Wait. um, let's fix the prime outpost then. Because realistically, this is the only blueprint we'll have that will have the inserters. Basically, is my thinking. So these will only have pass-through belts, which is a little bit odd. I will say it's a little bit lazy as well. But it also means there's a lot less room for error. So that's pretty much the goal with how we're doing this. We're wasting some belts, but making it a lot more consistent. Because the idea now is that to make this connection, if we didn't have this here, we get rid of that, we get rid of that, we get rid of this, we get rid of this, we get rid of this. We take this, we go all the way over here, we loop around. That is a decent amount of belt wasted, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, perfect. We can save a little bit of that belt. Not a ton, but, you know, more than nothing. We'll take that. And then the underground goes here. Okay. But yeah, basically the idea is that this means our blueprint only needs to be the difference between the two. It doesn't need to be the entire blueprint. Well, we'll still probably take the entire blueprint, but it basically just means if I paste the wrong outpost, I can change my mind, which wasn't really an option before um, with the previous design we had, and I didn't like that. And it really didn't save a ton of belt either. So like the benefit overall was not, it wasn't massive. It was very negligible. It saved, really only saved this belt. So it saved like maybe 40 entities. Most of that is red underground, which is, or sorry, not even red underground, regular underground, which is pretty cheap. I like how I say regular underground, like there's a standard. Okay, well that didn't do anything. Okay, and now we would have a different connection point probably here. Okay, wait, this goes around. Will that still connect properly? Yes. Yes, it will. And then this could actually cut through maybe there. I don't know. This connection, if I have to do this, it's going to be a little bit weird. We're just trying to make it a little bit less weird. It is basically the goal, but it's not going to be pleasant either way. Hopefully I would say hopefully we don't have to use this outpost, but honestly we'll probably have to use it a lot. There's a very good chance we'll have to use it a lot. Okay. I mean, realistically, if I were to connect this one, I would do the smaller one up top and the larger one on the bottom. So let's do that actually, because that makes a lot more sense. How do we do this though? We clone it. We delete it. Wait. I know what we can do. Instead of arranging them left to right, let's arrange top to bottom. That makes a lot more sense. So this way I can add patches to the right instead of just having to like cram them somewhere. Yeah, the situations where we would use this outpost. Wait, how do I get rid of that? Anyone know how to remove stuff? Oh, okay, that's how. It just only removes a little bit at a time. That tracks. That tracks. Okay, so basically this one, we're going to make the assumption that it looks like this, and then another one here. So let's give this one a couple standard distances. Wait. I made all these belts going the wrong way. Whoops. You know, maybe there's a better way. There is definitely a better way for fuel. We could save it would save like 24 belts. Because we could also have a splitter here that reroutes it as that that's an option. Would that be better? Wasting one splitter in every design or wasting 40 undergrills? Yeah, that's a pretty obvious answer to me, I think. And we'll actually output prio left. Because realistically this won't be done in most of the builds. Is this worth it? Maybe. Okay, so the issue with this is now it's mirrored. That's true. I do know I have that extra splitter. Ooh. Wait, never mind. That won't be placed most of the time. Yeah, that was just added for the curve. Never mind. That's okay. Is there something we could do with that for these? Not really. No, we can't really do that. Okay, so we do need to add that splitter in the original design, but that's okay. Because it's pretty easy. We honestly don't even... Oh, wait, we won't have that belt in every single one. That's only if we need it. Okay, yeah, never mind. That splitter is totally worth it. It also saves 2 belt. It's technically better. If you think about it. It saves an entity. Yeah, okay. I like that. Now, I'm realizing, though, this is mirrored. Can I mirror this design? You can't flip burner drills. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. Wow, what black magic did he do? I don't need to flip the belt. I just need to swap them within the outpost. There we go. Oof. I feel like this uses way more than it should, but I guess that happens when you make the when I go for the simplicity design rather than the maximum the maximally cheapest design. That's not really a phrase. Okay, we'll give this one. Okay, we'll make this one the one standard distance, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Can't really copy this. Realizing it had a little bit of a problem there. There we go. Wow, that barely fit on that patch. Okay, that's okay. It might be mixed mining. No, mixed mining with this would be rough. Spaghetti Master wants more spaghetti in your beautiful design. What do you mean? We haven't changed any of any of your design. We just added. I guess we did just straight up add spaghetti to it. No, there is a cheap option. It's like this one does just waste coal. Oh, but this is incredibly deprioed, isn't it? Wait, no, it's not. Wait, this prio is wrong. Why do I have it prioed that way? Does this ruin the compressor? I don't think it does, right? Wait, what's this for? Oh, right. That was for when I was originally thinking that I was going to be... Yeah, I remember now. That was when I thought that there was a chance... Oof. So we actually just want to do... this. Okay, that looks nicer. But yeah, that's when I thought there was a chance that I would be supplementing it with trained in fuel, which we're not doing. It has no benefit. Well, it does have a benefit. It saves like 3 minutes. It saves like 3 minutes or something per like entire train. It's not a lot, and I think it would actually make the outpost start slower because of the extra trains I would have to be sending. Like I would probably just spend more time with trains being backed up on belts. Okay, we don't need to worry about that one yet then. Okay, I think we fixed it in both. And then we have the prio the same because yeah, we want to prioritize these because these ones have efficiency modules in them. Good. I think it does save a fair amount of power, right? What is 400 times? See, 400 times 45 is 18,000, so that's 18 megawatts times 20. Yeah, that okay. It saves roughly 400 gigawatts, 400 megawatts of power to have the efficiency modules. I think that's actually worth it. Okay, and now we give this one. Let's give this one 2 standard distances, just because it's simpler. And there we go. Okay, so there we go. That is our blueprint for right-hand connection. And what it does is if I have to connect from the right, I use 55 extra yellow undergrounds. That is a fair amount. But I think the other design also used a lot, so I think either way the double right connection does use a fair amount. I guess we deleted them already. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the other one also used like 30 extra. So it's not that much more expensive than the old design. It's just compared to the OG when everything's on one side, it's obviously more expensive. But it's almost like this was designed around the average connection and these are backups. Who would have thought that the backup designs are worse? Not me. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. And now we clone it one more time. There we go. Now this one is going to be 2 connections on the left. That would be here. And this is the same thing. We should definitely have the farther out one be the 3. Let's give those one more distance. No, I gave it 2. Okay. Backup design is spaghetti, and like the main design that's turbo spaghetti. That is actually very accurate. Yes. Like it's turbo spaghetti because technically speaking, that's the most optimal way to do it. It just has some problems. But that's not important, right? Then I'm deleting the iron that's in the wrong spot in case I decide to actually test it. Yeah, it's like spaghetti's technically optimal, despite the fact that it's very confusing and hard to fix if anything goes wrong. But technically optimal. That should be goals. Yeah, we could definitely. I think it could technically do with some more spaghetti. I don't think it should, but we could. Actually, I want to move this one more standard. We'll just delete that. We don't need it. And then this would go here. Maybe I can move it. Maybe I can move it up or something. I'm trying not to interfere with the The oil refineries, which admittedly this is never where they'll be, so why do I keep trying to build around it? Like that's just not how the batches look. We could call, oh gosh, Glass Ricks and his spaghetti, his sushi factories. I think sushi is a really fun idea. It's really bad for burners. And like that's not considering performance. It's just when you use a sushi design with burners, you limit their throughput to like 30% of their maximum throughput. Like it's really bad. It's really bad because they can't grab off the belt. So you have they can't really grab sushi if you have them have stack size and it's a fully set belt that's being fully consumed. So you have to limit them to like stack size one, basically, to use sushi. And then they can't feed a steel furnace. It's great. 10 out of 10 recommend it. Okay. Yeah, we can connect it there. Okay. So now this connection needs to go here. Oh gosh, okay. Um yeah, I see the vision. Unfortunately, this needs a splitter now. Which needs to be in all of them, but that's okay. That's not difficult. And up here as well. Okay. Yeah, is it not through the Factorio? Or like a Factorio site? There you go. The default, oh wait, you're doing a default setting task? Interesting. Oh, I love that. I love the diagonal. Are the diagonals better for like are the diagonals for building speed or is it actually better for like belt travel time? 'Cause I know it would definitely require less distance for the player to walk, but I wasn't sure if there's another reason. Omni is not me. Gotcha. Is he the one who does the steel X task? No, no, that's. I feel like they have a metal in their name, but I might be imagining that. They have faster startup time. Okay, interesting. Is that because does the belt just travel? Does it just travel less because it's cutting the corners every time? Oh, but then I would think it would travel slower on the outer ones. Okay, I don't actually have any guesses on how that works. Okay, so this is gonna be real annoying. Actually, wait, this one, this splitter I don't think is worth it. I'm realizing now that maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's just keep this splitter. It saves 4 belt. That's all right. We can live with 4 belt. Okay, that works. And then oof. Yeah, this one's got to be painful, isn't it? Okay. Well, first things first. Let's go with the ones. Oh, I should actually go down. I think I should go down. You have done burner challenge before yourself, but you did it before some things were changed in this game. This was years ago now. Yeah, they're definitely better. The main thing with this is getting the 100% achievements is the main challenge here because they haven't really fixed anything that makes that better. The expansion is going to help a little bit. However, the expansion is very likely going to kill 100% runs. So I don't know if I can really rely on that as a something to make this better. Because I would not be surprised if it just completely makes getting 100 every achievement in one run impossible. Or at least not worth it. But we'll see. Impossible. I guess we don't have enough information to say it's impossible, but I think they are going to add achievements to the base game, or they could very easily add achievements to the base game, and that would complicate things. Yeah, it's a fun challenge. I mean, there's a reason I do it a lot. I also still need to do default settings, although that one admittedly is lower priority, but I would like to get a default settings submission as well that's just burners. That one actually might be tricky, because that one I would have to do with a mouse and keyboard probably the whole time. Also, there's biters to worry about, so we'll see. That one might not be viable. But having half of my submissions on the leaderboard be burner stuff just sounds really great. Okay, and then that is going the wrong way once again. Okay, I think it's good now. So coal needs to be up top. That would be here. I actually want that a little bit farther away. Seems silly to use achievements from before the fluid wagon was a thing. Are the achievement? Wait, the fluid wagon? Was the fluid wagon added in 1.0? Did people have to use barrels before that? I thought that was way more recent. Or sorry, way older. Is it really that recent? I guess 1.0 is also a ways back these days, but you know, let's not think about that. Okay, so we need to connect here. Except I want to actually connect a little bit higher. So let's shift these all up one. There isn't a great way to do that. Fluid Wagon is 0.15 achievement. Wait, achievements are that old? Oh, okay. Got it. I thought achievements were the newer thing. Yeah, that's basically what our train unloader has. This outpost is not that kind of train though. So this one is the building train for doing all the achievements. So this is for the green chip outpost. It looks a lot different than our mining train. I can show it once I finish this connection though. But I have to finish this first because this is the main goal for today. Don't wanna get distracted from that because I need to finish this so I can actually start finalizing my production. Okay. There we go. And then this has nothing to do with entity savings. This has to do with making an easy connection point, which is why it seems just suboptimal. Which, because technically it is. It is just suboptimal. Okay, that can truncate there. And now we can add the standard distances. Okay. Perfect. And then maybe I should do too high. Does that work? Not really. Let's go over one more. And then yellow. Wait. I didn't tessellate that correctly. That is not the standard distance. This should work better. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. I was wondering why it seemed so close. No, I think we just have to accept that we're going to have to move the oil, but that's okay. The oil's not technically part of this blueprint. It's just there for testing purposes, so I really need to stop letting it interfere with the outpost building. Okay. Oh, wasn't a problem either way. Okay. So that should be good. We'll have to double check it later, but I think that's fine for now. So this gives us a much more symmetrical outpost. It makes the train connections a whole lot easier if we assume that they're coming from the same side. If they're not coming from the same side, we just build the track first, and then we do this. It should be good. Let's see, where's our train? What would it be called? Train testing 2, outpost train testing. One of these. One of these should have it. But yeah, since we can filter what's in the train, that helps a lot. And then we have the order. Okay, this is a different train testing. Train testing 2, maybe it's this one? I have the blueprint. It might be fast to just get the blueprint. Oof. That was weird. What are we testing? What? Anything I put test in, is normally a save that I just delete everything, so it makes sense. Okay, fine. I'll just pull out the blueprint. Burner. I was hoping I had one that was functional. Train test. That's the stone design. That one's not good enough. Stone. Outpost. I'm looking for a blueprint book that has 3 trains in it, basically. Neat, but not useful. No. Derek's 100% no. This thing. Here's our outpost. So the outpost is designed around... Well, this is a slightly outdated one. It's actually designed around 330 now. It used to be designed around 300, but we added extra rows on the sides, so that way it works with slightly worse patches. We have circuits on the inserters that make it that they only run if fuel is backed up on the belt. It's not in this blueprint because this is an older iteration. But we do have an updated blueprint in our main planning save. But these have logic to make it that they only run if there's fuel on this belt in particular. It's way too UPS intensive to read from every single belt. So what we do is we have one belt in the center, and we only have these run if that entire belt is backed up. It doesn't sacrifice that much of their maximum speed, but it does make them a whole lot better. You can also just feed into chests, but you can only do 5 inserters per wagon, or 6-4, 6-4, depending on how you want to do it, but averaging 5 makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this is the fueling gets unloaded on the curve because it's a little bit more compact. Gets sent to the outpost. We have to unload from both sides, so we have to load from both sides, otherwise the train would be stupidly long. And we need 2 trains anyway. So having 2 loading sections makes a lot more sense. We have 5 trains total, I believe. But yeah, for the unloading, we just recycle up to 50 of each belt, or 50 of each fuel. The one thing that's kind of tricky is we don't want them to grab solid fuel, so we actually have this one on the front specifically grabbing only solid fuel. That reduces the chance of it locking up the system, because previously you could have up to 6 inserters basically be deadlocked if they all grabbed solid fuel or coal at the same time. But by doing this, it makes it a lot less likely, like way less likely, and you're pretty much just guaranteeing you have one that gets locked up, but you still have 9 functional ones, which is way better. And then on the actual outpost side of things, or the unloading side of things, we have the recycling belt. How did I lose it already? It's not stone burner miner. Yeah, I need to go through and sort this, don't I? I definitely need to sort it before the run. Did I accidentally take it out? No. Where the heck is the blueprint? Is it labeled at all? No, it's not. No, it is not labeled. Where where could it possibly be? Can you look by just book? Okay. I had it so recently. You know what? This one works. This is the redesigned anyway. And then within each of the train unloading sections, we have 60 chemical plants, roughly. Well, it's more like 70, but that's mostly to balance it out. It produces an entire red belt of solid fuel locally, and then the excess gets sent to my main base, but it prioritizes sending it to the outpost. And this is where it has that unloading station where we unload any of the excess fuel, we ship it back, recycle it, and then over at the end it gets prioed here for the loaders. And we load 100 back, and then we load 2,000 onto the train to send it back. Whatever fits in one wagon. I think that's 2,000 solid fuel. And then they get compressed. It's 4 belts, but it's technically more like 3.7 belts, 3.7 red belts of resources per train. It's pretty garbage, but I mean it's burner inserters, so you do what you can. And then rocket fuel just gets directly loaded into the trains. I could technically do it without the rocket fuel, but it's pretty worth it, I think, because it does increase their acceleration significantly, and they only really need like 1 rocket fuel every like 30 minutes or something like that, because they don't use a ton. The trains only move once every 3 minutes, and there's 5 of them. So one whole loop takes like 10 minutes for a train. But the main thing is the startup time, but because bots can load fuel directly into a train they place, the startup time should not be an issue there. The train has to make like 10, 20 loops, I think, before it's a problem. And since you have to manually start the trains, that makes it even easier. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outpost. It is a little bit expensive in terms of entities, but I wanted to not have to have external fuel production anywhere else. But yeah, one of the main differences is we are allowed. Well, I say main differences. It's not a standardized challenge. I let myself use solid fuel. Some people limit themselves to just coal. I think that's incredibly boring. The more limitations you have, the less exciting it is. Would be fine. It's fine for like a short launch a rocket run. But if I had all the restrictions that I've seen some people have for a 12 plus hour run, it wouldn't be interesting. Having variety in our designs by allowing construction bots and like blue assemblers and chemical plants for solid fuel, I think help a lot. Makes the outpost look really cool, because otherwise we would just have a normal train here. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that design, despite the fact that I don't know where the blueprint is. But you know, we'll figure it out. We have archives somewhere. But yeah, I think we do need to confirm that our new outpost does in fact work. I believe it's final V2, which is this one. We need to set this one, and we need to make sure it's powered, and then we need to tell it to run for a few minutes. I don't think we have done roboports yet. I'm pretty sure we have not hooked up roboports. Yeah, they're there, but they don't connect to anything. Well, okay, they're technically powered by the substations, but you know that might be okay. I haven't fully decided yet. If I pre-build the substations, the outpost builds like, I think if I pre-build the roboports, the outpost does build like 30 seconds, maybe a minute earlier. But on the other hand, that's not that much. So haven't decided yet. If I want to pre-build the roboports, that means I have to waste 10 extra power poles basically on each side, or 5 to 10 on each side. So that's still in the works. But I don't want to have to carry around big electric poles and substations on my player. Those are only going to be on the building train, so I have to choose one to carry with me. And I'm not using substations to connect outposts. Gosh, I wish that was the blueprint name. Then I would at least find it, because I typed it a while. You didn't plan with pre-building since fuel is by far the slowest for startup. Yeah. Also, I wasn't too worried about that since, like, I saw the design and I realized pre-building it incredibly easy to add later because they're on the edge. So pre-building with power poles, like, it's pretty much as much, it's literally as much effort as just doing that once, like, down the side. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, fueling is like, for the whole outpost plus, for this outpost plus this, startup time is about 25 minutes, I believe. Whereas, just the outpost is about 14, 15. This adds another like, 10 minutes or so. Which makes sense, it's less belt. And then, what else? Oh, also build time in general. I think build time's got to be about 5 to 10 minutes. So I think overall it's going to take about 45 minutes for an outpost to build. So we'll have to have like 4 building at once. I guess build time is not startup time. So yeah, we're gonna reach 60. If we reach our UPS goal, we then stop outposting. It's gonna drop like 20% after we stop building. Once all of the outposts finish. So that's gonna be tricky to plan around. But I'm going to make sure these are all connected. I believe they are not, and that is because we don't have an infinity accumulator. But I'm going to set these to run. And then I'm going to AFK for a little bit. But first things first, are they attached? I think so. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, we'll need to work on the fuel connections when I get back. But I'll be back in a jiff. This is going to be running ultra fast. We're just going to make sure we didn't break any of the connections with our outposts, because there's a good chance we connected them wrong. But yeah, back in a jiff. Hello, hello. Has the outpost started? It's not a great sign. What did we do wrong? No, I think we definitely messed up, right? Oh wait, no, never mind. I forget that we can send an entire red belt of fuel to here, but we can only send half a red belt to each outpost. So never mind, we're good. It just took that whole time to start up, which tracks. Okay, so they should all start roughly the same time. I don't think there's a ton of favoring either way. This one is definitely built wrong. Okay. And that's what this test is for. Is that the only one we messed up, though? Because if so, not too shabby. Never mind. I connected all of those wrong. Wait, is this one right? Oh, it's because they're on opposite sides and I try to connect them the same way. That's why. Okay, well that's not too bad. That's easy enough to, well, hopefully easy enough to fix. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Wait, did I? Wait, does that mean it's messed up here? Oh yeah, that does mean it's messed up there. Okay, cool. Um, how do I do this? How do I do this? Let's see. We shift this. Can this go up 2 tiles? Yes. Okay, so I think that's our best bet. This just goes around. And then I want to connect a little bit out of the way if I can. Okay, and then we do red belt, or yellow, red, red. Okay, now we can just kind of delete this because it's not doing anything anyway. I love how I love how we didn't double check that at all. We didn't even try to make sure it was right. I mean, easy mistake, but still. Okay, and then we give this a standard distance to height, and there we go. This also clears that a little bit better. Okay, so that should be fixed. It's a little bit ugly. Actually, let's do this instead. Trying to figure out how to make it easier to visualize when I build it. That doesn't like save entities or anything. It just makes the connections harder to mess up. Okay, so this one I did double check. I remember doing that one. Okay, now that if we change that, that means we need to copy this section to all the designs, which should be fairly easy. Okay. I don't love that. We'll have to shift it down. We also technically need that design here. It doesn't do anything. It's going to be part of the blueprint, so we need it there. It just wastes 8 belt with every time we paste. But it also means we have an option for deconstructing if we realize we like offset. We got some of the belt off, we can deconstruct the outpost, like portions of it. Not ideal, but I don't think it's going to really, I don't think 8 belt is going to make or break it. I don't think we're cutting it that close with our belt count. Okay, so I think we did not fix this one, okay. So if this is wrong, where's the easiest place to flip it? Oh, right here. Oh, that's real easy. Wait, that's not bad at all. Okay, I thought that would be a lot more annoying to do. Okay, I don't like how close these are to each other. I would like to shift these up if I can, or maybe I just shift this down. Can I shift this over one? Wait. Yeah, that's a lot better actually. There we go. Oh, okay, I like that. I like that so much more. This connection, don't care about that one. Oh yeah, that's way nicer. I know it doesn't look much different, but that gap is basically the difference between being easy to screw up and being hard, being real easy to screw up or being pretty hard to screw up, which very much makes a difference. And then we need the one belt here and then the yellow belt here. Right. Why did I copy that pattern when I knew it was broken? I don't know. Don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, no, I fixed it, but I didn't actually flip the vertical belts. Bad decision on my part. Hello, Jaylis. Welcome, welcome. We're currently trying to fix a mistake where I built all of the outposts backwards. So that's fun. And with how I set it up, I have to fix it in 3 separate places. You know, you know what I should have done? Actually, I don't know. If I did it as a staged blueprint, that would have worked, but it would have only worked for one side. So I still would have had to do left and right separately. But it would have made it slightly less work to fix each time. Because that's effectively what we're doing right now. This is a staged blueprint. Okay, I think it's good now. I did forget this on all of them. I like how I just have 1 belt wasted in every, or 3 belt waste on every single outpost, with the sole reason of it makes it easier to connect. Okay, and then this one goes down and around, which a little bit annoying to build a belt backwards, but we'll manage. Okay, I think that's fixed. Wait, is it? Oh, I copied the wrong one. Wait, it's not fully fixed. It's a half fixed. Okay, now it's good. Oh, I see how the problem started. I copied the left side onto the right side and thought maybe that would work, but obviously that's not going to work because they are rotationally symmetric, not symmetrical. So that's very, very different things in terms of how you build them. Okay, it should be good now. I imagine we have to delete and undo everything, though. Now, if we did it correctly... Now, that's a big if. But if we did it correctly, we should be able to copy this section and paste it up here without any merge conflicts. Ooh, look at that. No, it's correct. I only see green. I don't see any red in that blueprint. And then we should be able to do the same. Oh, I don't like this. You know what? It's fine. There's no reason for me to have to connect the 2 sides right next to each other. It's not... I mean, there is a reason. It makes it a lot simpler. Yeah. Yeah, let's fix that. I don't think that requires us to change much. But we should definitely have the connection be a little farther over. So that would go here and here. I like how the red belt looks like it's going backwards. It's very trippy. So pretty much all we changed was how this alignment worked. We can keep that. That's actually not a problem. As long as I don't try to copy this for blueprints, it doesn't matter how that part connects. Really, this is all I care about. Wait. 1 tile gap. That 1 tile gap is there to tell me which... it's there to make it obvious which direction the belts are going for my connections later. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it does make a decent... makes a decent difference. This would go, I believe, here. And now we can do this. Flip it. Okay. Now we should, assuming we did that correctly, we now need to line this up to be here. This can go a little bit farther over. This can go a little bit farther over, and this can go farther over. Okay. Now they connect at the same point, which is very, very nice. We're just going to do this for simplicity's sake. That's not part of a shared blueprint, so it's okay. This is the main thing that we should be able to paste onto this top one. Okay, now there is actually a conflict. Why? Why is there a conflict here? Oh, because I copied too much. Yeah, I just copied too much of the blueprint, I think. Yeah, okay. They're just they're breaking at that because this isn't in the blueprint. Okay, that one's good. And then the second one, wait, which one was I testing? I was testing two left, so let's test two right, which should be the same thing. We just want to copy. We just want to copy to the different stuff though. There we go. That one I don't see any red. Okay. It's actually a functional lane now. I feel like this is running a little bit poorly. Actually, I don't think that one at the end is ever really going to run full speed, so there might not be a problem, but it could be a small balancing issue on my part. See, these are running, those look like they're running full speed. These look like they're running full speed. So yeah, it looks like it's just a small, like, we technically can't consume all of the copper sort of situation. I'm assuming eventually it will back up. Because this one looks fairly backed up compared to this one. So I think it will self-balance at some point. It's hard to say. Why is this one so full compared to the others? Oh, because this is the only one. This is the only one that gets a prio. I feel like there might be a side balancing issue somewhere. Because I feel like this should not be sending just half a belt. Oh, actually, wait. It's sending just a half a belt. That is the side that gets prioed, so maybe it's okay. I mean, it seems to be. I mean, the belt's moving fully, right? So it seems to be fixed. Oh, and we do a side balance. Okay, that's what we have. We have a side balancer at the end to make up for it. I remember doing a fix at some point. I just could not remember what it was. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. It seems totally fine. Okay, so this has been shifted to the left. This looks so inefficient, but it does its job. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. I see a little bit of belt savings we have though for free. Yeah, free, completely free. Nice. Not a lot. Literally saves 2 undergrounds, but it's free. Okay, so if I look at this, I should have 18.6 to 18.9 over. Okay, that's not right. Why is that not right? Are we missing something? Each outpost should be producing 3,800 per hour. And we have 3 of them. Or sorry, 38,000 per hour. Sorry, 380,000 per hour. 380,000 divided by 60 is 6330. We're not getting that. What's wrong? Did we mess up? Um, I don't like that number. That number is way too small. But why? Do we not have mining productivity on this research? No, we have all the mining productivity we need. We actually have more than we need. We have stack size. Okay. Iron seems to be fine. What if we look at the consumption? Maybe that gives us a better estimate. 14K per minute. We have 6 lanes. 18 yellow lanes. 18 times 30 times 60. Wait. Sorry, 18 times 15 times 30. 16. Huh. We do have 6 lanes, right? Oh, the original outpost is not set up. Okay. This one does not have copper. So this one broke. Oh. Wait, what? Double right is broken. Okay. Huh. Oh. We probably deleted it earlier whenever we realized we reversed it. That's probably it. Okay, so we're fine. We just were producing one outpost was producing at 40% speed. Let's see, 4 out of 4/9, so like 45% speed. No, wait, yeah, no, 45% loss. It was producing at like 55% speed, which is not great. Okay, so we now have theoretically one outpost that can be adapted to left or right with only changing this section or only adding to that section, which I think is very good. That was our goal. So that very happy with that. It does waste a little bit of belt, but I don't think it wastes a ton. So this is 50 undergrounds. Actually, let's look at this whole section. Let's look at the whole left half, or the whole left half to the whole right half up to that point. Okay. So we're going to make a blueprint of this. Symmetrical. I don't think that's not how you spell that. I'm not going to change it, but that's not how you spell that. Okay, so we have symmetrical design, and we have the asymmetrical design. It's really not the right word. Yeah, it's more like an upgrade design. No. I think it definitely has 2 T's and 1 M. Everybody knows that. It's spelled like symbol, which has 0 T's in it. So maybe that was a terrible example. But yeah, I'm not the best typist. Okay, so this one is, I believe, double right. So let's compare it to the old double right design, which was this. That uses 90. Okay, so the underground cost is actually the same. Basically, the only difference is we use 50 more regular underground. Which is, admittedly, that is a decent amount. We actually somehow use less yellow belt, which is weird. Don't know how that worked out. Oh, okay, I see. No, I see where the difference is. Okay, so we do use less yellow belt. We use 40 more yellow undergrounds, 50 more red belts. Just miracle. Yes, that's exactly how you spell it. Okay, I am totally okay with that. I am okay with spending, what is that, 400 extra iron to make it that the design doesn't require me to paste the correct blueprint right away. I think that's a win. No, I definitely like that. Allows me to fix my mistakes. Because it basically just means whichever outpost I paste, I can fix it by repasting the correct blueprint and only deconstructing a small section. And I think that's likely to happen a lot over the course of 20 outposts. Symmetrical alakalar to emis? So symmetricala Critimes. There we go. That's yeah, I say that every day. Okay, and look at that. Our outpost is now producing the expected amount, mostly. I feel like our iron a little bit low. Let's see, 18 times 15 times 6. Yeah, for some reason my estimate for the iron is like 16. Oh, it's barely hovering around 16k, so maybe it's all right. I do think this runs a little bit poorly. I think our copper is not perfectly balanced, as all things should be. But I don't know why. I mean, we have 9 copper lanes, I know that. So what's our copper? That's 9 times 3 times 15 times 60, 24. Yeah, our copper is a little bit low. So I think that there's one belt that's just like slightly backed up constantly, or maybe it's just we're producing the bare minimum. Oh, it's a symmetrical. Oh, it is symmetrical. It's a palindrome. The only true palindrome. Because I mean they didn't make that word a palindrome, and I think that's sad. It's whoever invented English messed up. Or whoever invented those terms messed up. Okay. Is this production what I expect? Like, I don't think if it's underproducing by like a few percent. I do see gaps in the copper lanes. That could be it. It could just be that these barely get enough copper to like saturate the belt. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it looks like just with 5 mining productivity, that's like barely saturating the belt, and we just occasionally get gaps. English is messed up in far more ways. That is fair. It has a lot of other problems, but that one's the one that bothers. That's the one that bothers me. Okay, you know what? I'm happy with the outpost. If we look at this one, 232, 150, 220, 160, and then this should be the cheapest outpost at 160, 130. Okay. Which makes sense, because this one, in this situation, you're also more likely to have the patches be closer, probably. Although that's a complete guess. We don't have enough data for that. But like this one is a situation where I would use double copper on the right, or double copper on the left. And they're actually pretty darn close. I am really hoping that pump jacks are easy to connect. You know what? That is another thing we have to finalize in the outpost. Okay, so I want we can use pumps. I don't think that's a problem to have pumps. So we could use up to 50 pumps in the design. I don't think we should, but I think we could use up to 50. I don't know if pumps are going to the base. I'm going to put that on the to-do list. Not this to-do list. Let's see. Oh yeah, someone suggested a compressor. So that way I don't have to think about which patch I connect to which. Though, considering that they are not mirrors of each other, I don't think that's actually going to be viable. So yeah, let's just cross that off the list. I don't think that's going to happen in this iteration. I don't think its benefit is significant either. Let's see, make it that crossing copper belts are identical. There we go. Make all connections above the track. Awesome. Curved rail for easier connections. Awesome. That was literally all the stuff we had on the list for this outpost. Okay. But we also need pumps through. Actually, we are doing local engine production. We'll just do local pump production, because they're literally just engines with a circuit, right? What is the recipe for these? Tell me your secrets. Let's see, where are you at? Where's the pump? There it is. Oh, it doesn't use circuits at all. It's basically just engines, but a second engine on top of it. So yeah, we should just do local pump production. There's no reason to take these through the base when they're this cheap. They would so easy. It's so easy to set this up, considering we have everything else already on pipe, already on belts, right near the train. Yeah, currently this setup I'm pretty sure that this doesn't have enough throughput, right, Tice? Or are these splits set up in a way that it actually does? Were you able to do any testing on that? Because I know theoretically there's, I think there's too much pipe here to get 1400 without pumps. But maybe this split helps, so as long as I have a pump here, maybe it's okay. Not entirely sure. We also need to make it that we can connect oil from either side. So I think if we divide this into 2 points, I think that could work. So what if we have a pump? Let's see. So if we have a pump like here that I could connect to and a pump here that I connect to, and it splits it into 2 halves, and neither of the halves are fully connected to each other, I think that fixes it. So we basically remove the circle of oil and make it that it's split. So that way we guarantee there's no pressure issues. Although I think technically we don't need to worry about the split. I also don't really know if they work that way. My thought process is that if we have a pump here that can bring like 12,000, and then we have a split here and a split here, it can send 3,000 each direction. I don't know if that's how, it obviously wouldn't be 3,000 each direction. Let's say 1,000 each direction. Or would I need to do 2 connections? That's pretty much what it boils down to. See, the 19-letter Finnish word, I have 0 guesses. It's the longest single word palindrome in everyday use, while the 12-letter term tataratatat, taratatat. I've never seen that written. Taratatat. No. That's an English word? Oh wait, that wouldn't be the no, that's not taratatat. I swapped the R and the T. What does that mean? A knock at the door. Okay, so it's more it's just an onomatopoeia for knocking at the door, I guess. But yeah, how do I do this? How do fluids work? I guess is the real question. But yeah, I want a connection point here and here. I think left and right is good. Or maybe I just always plan for top. Realistically, top is going to be easy, right? Top is always viable, whereas left and right, not necessarily viable. So yeah, if I just plan for top, we should be good. Because it's not that much work to go up and around. It definitely does not feel like a real word. It doesn't feel like an English word, especially. I feel like, let's see, it says from James Joyce Ulysses. He definitely made it up. I feel like he's the only person who's ever used the word. Oh, someone's trying to give it like a backronym. Okay, let's break this down. What are the 2 halves I have? So there are 71. These don't really share an input. We don't need to it also doesn't need to be 50-50. If we do 40-40, automatopoeia, I believe is the word you're thinking of. I don't know if people consider those words though. Are they words? Maybe sometimes they are. Like, I don't know if anyone would say cuckoo is a word. Or like hoot hoot. Maybe hoot. Well, hoot's a word. That's a bad example. But yeah, at the very least, it's at least that. So if not a word, it's word-like. I guess if you can say it, it's word, right? Yeah, probably. What is a word? I mean, I guess as long as you know what it is, it's a word. Hmm. But yeah, if we do 40, honestly, yeah, 40-50 seems like a really easy split to do. We just cut this here, and now it's distinctly divided into two halves. And each half can have enough throughput no matter how long the pipes are. So then we have the connection point here. And now petroleum, I'm not that concerned with. I broke a lot of pipes that I was not supposed to just then. Whoops. Okay, that is what the heck? I'm very confused right now. I'm in editor mode, right? Why is QPick? Oh, right. That would do it. That would do it. Okay. Realizing now I don't remember which one I was building off of. A word is an Okay, that's fair. If it's an organization of one or more letters, then yeah, that would describe. Then these would all qualify as it. I'm totally okay with this definition. You know, why don't I just make this easier and just delete the entire half and repaste it because these are symmetrical. But let's do this top half because this is the one that I consider. I don't know. I've been calling it design prime because that sounds cool. Okay, so how do I split these? We obviously don't want to use a tank because I don't think it has the throughput for these all to run. Maybe the internal buffer of the pipe helps a little bit, but yeah, I really don't think they have enough. And then let's add some oil spots up here probably. We'll just clone these. They seem good enough. I say that like as despite not looking at it at all. Okay. That part seems good. Was this already designed? Does this art? I guess you're the one who made it. With the way that it's connected, does it already not care about pipe throughput? Is that why it has these splits in so many places? Does that kind of like bypass the what is it? The rule of thumb that like 1,000 is all you can get in a pipe most of the time? Because maybe by splitting it into three, it doesn't matter. I guess either way, if we're not planning for them to be on this side, we still need to do a little bit of a change. Yeah, I definitely do not know enough about fluids to make this work. It should be fine when connected most places. So, like, even if I... So, like, if I connected here, it probably would work. Okay, well then. Let's not change it then. Let's just move the outpost. Oh, I get it. So it does make a full loop. So that way if you connect at one point, it splits at 50-50. I see. I think I see. Okay. We'll just give it a couple obvious connection points. Oh no, this is one I already broke. Oh, that's fine. We'll delete that. We'll delete this. This one I have not touched, so let's use this one. Okay. There we go. Should be fine when connected most places, though. I'll take that. If it's not fine, it's not the end of the world. So I like this. Makes things so much simpler. I think realistically, they're mostly going to detach from the top. And then I think I would probably have a connection like this. That probably has no reason, no real reason being an underground, but yeah. As long as it doesn't make our underground take more than a stack, I'm fine. Okay. So what we need to be able to get 1500, right? So if I type Factorio fluids, it tells me how often I need to have pumps, right? Wait, are they fixing? Does anyone know? Are they fixing fluids in 2.0? I know they never. I feel like it's one of those things they never wanted to touch. Oh, okay. So 1400 can have 8 pipes in between. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. No, that's very reasonable. Okay. So basically, my connection. Wait, did I break this one? What the heck? Okay, you know what? I have, I have the blueprint somewhere. Final of the final. No, I do have the blueprint um, somewhere. At the very least, it should still be in the Discord. Hopefully, it hasn't expired. I don't think it has. But yeah, I'm just gonna get the blueprint because I clearly deleted something in the wrong outpost and then copied it like 3 times, which was a mistake. Let's see, is it under? Should be this. There it is. Copy, copy, copy. For some reason, it doesn't always copy. Let's see. If you connect it with just one pipe, you likely need to have a pump at the connection point. With 2 connections, you shouldn't need to. Okay, so basically, I have to choose. Would I rather have one pump or 2 pipes in the blueprint? That's not too bad. I think I can live with either. Yeah, we can. I think we can keep that. You know what? Let's just do that. I think that's fine. Oh, maybe that's why the connection was broken. Okay. Now it should be good. Pipe to ground's in the way. Yep, because that's a change we made. Basically just cleaning up which sides are the connection points right now. Okay. 1400 fluid is easy enough to work with. Yeah, it's not like that. It's like barely over the limit. I'm just trying to think, what do I think would be easier to do? So I could use no blueprint at all and just hand connect pipe. Honestly, I could just carry just a pipe, right? Like, if I had 2 pipes, just full length, that would probably work. And then to get 1400 fluid per second, expected resources, does that account for productivity? It does not. Okay, so how are these all the same? This is definitely a spawned in patch. What's an actual patch look like? So that is like 320. This one's like 240. Okay, so I actually copied like the worst oil pipe ever. So realistically, we need like 5 plus, ooh, plus speed mods. Do those change it? Okay, so that makes it 300. The speed mods then make it about 400. So we only need like 4 to 5. 4K per second, you get all kinds of issues where the building order starts to matter and such. Brother, I don't know why the way I said it sounded exactly like that. Uh, but yeah, yeah, that's why I'm terrified to look at power. We can just copy someone's power. Actually, you know what? This patch is really bad. Let's just copy an actually good oil patch. Because we're using an oil patch that requires us to have like twice as many pumps for no reason. Okay, I say that and then like I choose some bad ones. But yeah, we could probably make do with like 4. Oh, you know what? We should probably have the blueprint that's like solid layers of pump jacks, right? Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking we don't do pumps. Because I'm thinking that's really easy to build. And this is really easy to build. And then we just give it like a substation. Ooh, actually it wouldn't be a well, no, it could be a substation. No coal-based pumps, 0 out of 10 unplayable. Yeah, I do actually, at some point, I would like to try those mods that change everything into a burner. Because really, the only thing that'll actually change between any of my designs is oil. Like, this design would be different. Everything else, completely identical, but I do a one-to-one trade of power poles to inserters. So instead of my assembly machines looking like this, it would look like this. So those, like, would not be affected. But these, on the other hand, they could be infected. They could be affected. Wow, I chose terrible. I chose terrible resources, but that's fine. These have enough. Okay, so yeah, a connection like this seems like it should be good. The advantage of doing it this way is I don't need to use bots. I can just kind of run. And I don't have to have oil blueprints, which is nice. Because honestly, oil blueprints would be kind of annoying to do. The other option... Actually, would it be annoying to do? Because it is just a bunch of straight lines. Because let's see, how would it look like with pumps? So if I were to use a pump, where the heck is a pump? I would have a blueprint that just looks like this, and then I can do, it says 8 sections. Let's just do 6 because I'm paranoid. Whatever the length of this is actually would be good. So we would probably just do... Honestly, I'd probably just do this. Waste a little bit of pipe, but it's nice and easy. And then corners are as simple as just something like that. Actually, if I add one pipe in the beginning and end, I think we can make it even easier, right? So if this was a regular pipe, we go backwards. Yeah, that's actually really easy. So something like that, then I don't even need a different blueprint. There's obviously never going to be water there. I do have to hold shift when I press it. Oh, it does make this tessellate really weird though, so maybe that's not a great option. There's probably a better way to do corners. I don't think that way it's not as great as I thought. But yeah, so we can either do 2 straight lines with a pump, or without a pump, or we do a blueprint. And we just have to hope that if we do a connection like this, it works. Which I don't know. I don't know if you need 2 pumps here to make it work. I don't really know exactly how pump jacks connecting to one pump work. So I feel like this design had them all connected to one pump, right? Oh, no, it didn't. No, it did not. Okay. That might be a problem then. Might be a problem. Yeah, we should definitely leave connection points in various spots, like here. Okay. I feel like this feels way too easy to care, right? How many outposts will I have? That's something I have to consider, huh? If I use 2 stacks of pipe with each outpost, that means I would need to send a refill train for pipes like twice, probably. So yeah, I think that's not a problem. let's just do two connections. Especially since we have to walk back anyway, right? I go up one, I go down one. And then I can ghost the power pole, something like that. Oh, how many substations do I have, by the way? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Can I save two substations? um, I don't think so. I think we're just going to have to send 60s. We're just going to have to send like 60 substations. Yeah, that's fine. It's not like they're that expensive. It still uses less than our original outpost. By a little bit. So yeah, that's totally okay. Also, I didn't realize we still had our original outpost here. What is this one? Oh, this is when I was debating using my same outpost design, but making it wider instead of a square. I think also larger. Did not work out. It was really, really awkwardly long. I'm surprised those are not running this whole time. Okay. So yeah, I think that looks good. Let's take a blueprint of this and actually, what's the easiest way to do this? I'm trying to get an average, right? So what if I make some connections and then this would go here. We'd give it a substation and a substation, which that actually connects very nicely, okay? And then we could do a similar connection here. I guess, no, I'm not trying to get average, am I? I'm trying to get, because average, actually, you know what? Average is fine. I think average is okay, because we have to make assumptions anyway. Yeah, no, I think either way. Okay, that's fine. That connection doesn't need to be perfect. That's kind of the whole point. Speed modules, that's probably enough. Yeah, because these all are about 250, 300. It's barely enough, but it should be enough. Yeah, they seem to be good. Okay, do I want the average of 3 outposts or do I want the peaks? I think because I'm adding wiggle room anyway, I don't think it matters and I should just take the average. Because we're just going to be adding like 2 extra stacks of red undergrounds, 2 extra stacks of everything pretty much. So we'll take this. 3x outposts. If we really wanted the average, we should connect to actual patches, but I don't think average in that case is that useful. I think we just need to, well, I guess it would be useful. We need to make an educated guess about how far patches really are. And I think we've done some testing. It's about 200. It's about 200 extra undergrounds in general. Okay. So now we can go alter the values of our main base. Wait, is this correct? 798 divided by 3. Divided by 3. 266. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Final redesign version 2. Okay, now we can go to our main base, which I believe we have redesigned to have 2 trains now, which, if I'm being honest, absolutely terrifying. I'm not good enough with trains to have confidence in my design, even though it's not that complicated of a train. It's literally just saying, hey, if there's a train out, don't send another. But I am worried that I'll mess up. There was a brief moment in time where I had 2 trains that could kind of run into each other and just get deadlocked. I think I fixed that. I just accidentally had I had a signal way farther out than I was supposed to. Or I had a non-chain signal too early, basically. So they thought it was a-okay. Like I think I had a regular signal here or here instead of a chain signal. So it would make it that the train would stop here, which you can imagine. One train this way, did not work. Okay. But yeah, we can go get actual values now that we have this blueprint. Okay, should I take a screenshot of this, or should I just kind of like keep right-clicking on it? That's the real question. Probably just keep right-clicking on it. Okay, so 8,000 belt divided by 3, then we round up to the nearest 100. 8,000 divided by 3, so we need at least 2,700 belts. And then we add an extra 100 to that to make it even, so that's 14 stacks of belt in each train. This has 9 plus another 3, so we need another stack of transport belts in each of these. That is totally fine. This is less fine. Okay, so that should be... That's 9, 4. Okay, so that should be 13. How do I clear this? There you go. I never remember what my hotkeys are for that. I change them a lot. Okay, so that's 14 stacks of belts. Now this doesn't have any excess yet, but that's okay. Honestly, we don't need a ton, but we'll probably need an extra stack in each. Actually, maybe I should do that now before I forget, considering how easy it is to do. Okay, now inserters. Inserters are nice because they're not a random amount. So inserters, if we look at it, I wish there was a better way to get an accurate number. 7,600 divided by 3. Actually, should I round up first? Actually, does anyone know how does the blueprints round? Does it round up or down, or closest? So I guess is it floor, ceiling, or just rounding? I'm assuming it would show. I'm assuming ceiling. So let's just assume that's the peak, and it's actually like 25, 50, or 70, like 75, 70 or something, or 75, 20. So we need 25, 30. So that is 52. We need 52 stacks of inserters, which is 26 in each train. So that's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Those don't change between outposts. I don't know why I thought that would be any different. Okay, now undergrounds. Now I do believe that this new design does use a lot more underground. No, it uses fewer underground. It actually uses a lot less because it uses more regular belt. But the entity count is still lower, but it uses more regular belt, so it's cheaper and easier to pack in a train. So this is actually 34 stacks of undergrounds that we need total, which I believe is we have way more than that. So this is 19. So yeah, we can just get rid of this entire row because this is 38 stacks of undergrounds now. And then I don't believe we changed that at all. Okay, yeah, that's much more reasonable. So yeah, we just freed up 5 stacks in here. What else we got? Those have not changed. Actually, have these changed? No, burner drill shouldn't have changed. That is literally an exact number. We have 40 per lane, and we have 6 plus 9, so 15 lanes of resources. So that's 600 drills total. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it is free real estate. Honestly, we'll send more. I guess we do have more. This is just for the outpost. So this is 19. I said I only needed 17, so let's actually do that. And then we'll try to figure out... Oh, wait. Copied it to the wrong one. Well, I guess this one already has extra. This one has extra too. You know what? I'm realizing now it doesn't matter that much how closely I cut it in here, because the main thing is I just want them roughly evenly split. But we do have the very easy ability to... Oh, wait, what? How did those get there? Wait, hold up. That's actually important. Hold up. I did not realize. Okay, that might change some of our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, this is 8, 18 plus 7. Okay, so this is 35. So that's 70 total. That's 3,500 inserted. Wait, sorry, 20. I'm somehow off by 10. 2,500 inserters. I think we need another stack of inserters. I think that's pretty much, I think that's pushing it. I don't like how this train looks. It's so full of inserters that it feels imbalanced. But that's fine. We can put inserters in another train. But I do think we need 2 more stacks. I mean, technically there is a spot in here. I could use it. I want a more accurate number. I feel like the inserters are just wasted because those don't change. Oh, but if I get extra, it does let me. I can slightly use it as a refill train. Yeah. Okay. It's 2 stacks of inserters. It is. That's like 300 iron. it's it's fine. Okay. So now this is 18. Let's do 2 extra stacks of undergrounds. 1 extra stack of transport belts. Because the transport belts we only really use for the corners, right? So worst case scenario, I think the regular conveyor belt cost is only going to go up by a maximum of like 3 turns, right? So that's 20, about 50. So we don't need to oversend those very much. Undergrounds, on the other hand, undergrounds we can overshoot by a lot, um, depending on how far they are. So right now we're sending 400 or sending 200 extra. That doesn't feel like enough to me. Let's do 300 extra. We're doing 200 extra of conveyors, 300 extra of undergrounds. Hello, spam. Welcome, welcome. Except not actually. Oil refiners and chem plants we've already improved. Burner drills are good. Oh yeah, we were debating whether or not we wanted to do 3 different types of assembling machines. It does technically make the base cheaper. The issue is we don't actually have a good way of getting assembling machines out of this, so we would actually just need to extend this mall. And we don't really gain a ton from it. It decreases the power by like 10% or something like that. It's pretty small. Like 10% for just that assembling machine, which is already only like 5% of the power. So it increases our total power consumption by maybe 20 megawatts. So something around 10 to 20 by not using gray assemblers. Because like gray assemblers are cheaper in terms of power, but they also produce slower. So I think it's actually a difference of 25% per unit produced, which is very little. And it's not like we're using efficiency modules anyway. We could use extra prod modules. That's technically an option. Okay, so 864 prod modules divided by 3 is 288. So that is 3 stacks in each. Looks like we already got that, and I believe we have about 700, I want to say 798 efficiency modules. Nice. Okay, so that is also 3 stacks in each, minus like 40. So actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's actually sending 400. Non-free real estate. Oh, when I realized realized I didn't send enough. Yeah, I guess that would be the opposite, huh? Okay, so this is 300. So yeah, this is how much I need to send. Very nice. Maybe there's a better word for non-free. I don't think there is one. I'm pretty sure that there are no words to describe not being free in the English language, right? Like, it's not like capitalism exists or anything. Wait. How am I... Hold up. This is very much not free real estate. Somehow my pipe count, my pipe estimate was off by a factor of 2. Oh, right. This is more expensive because it has more fuel production. That it's totally fine. I just forgot about it. We do need 2 stacks of pipe to grounds in each. We don't send that many, but we do need 2. But we need like 500 pipe. Now, a lot of the pipe is hand built. Like a lot of this is hand built, but that's only about 100. So I'd say we need at least, I'd say 5 stacks. 5 stacks of pipes in each. That seems reasonable. Okay, now undergrounds. Oh, these are the farthest from non. These are the farthest non-free real estates we got. So this is 230. That's not divisible by 3. I'm realizing, which makes sense. But each outpost is going to need about 220. So it's going to need 5 stacks minimum. Okay. And unfortunately, that is not accounting for connecting any of the patches. So that's rough. So this is currently sending, oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the number 600. And not, I was dividing that one by 3, but not the fact that there's 2 trains here. So this is sending 500. I think that's actually fine. I think 500 is good. Because it seems like one of those things where if we have it, we should just send it. Because I don't think there's any reason to not just send all of our red belt, right? Like, I think that seems reasonable. Now, this is 500 underground. That is a lot more. So that's assuming that the average patch is going to be real far away. Which I guess is okay. I mean, I guess it's 1 more stack than I was going to originally do, so that's not that bad. Okay, steel chests. I thought we were going to have to do more than this, but it turns out we're not actually doing... we're not doing this. We're not making any of them able to run for 6 hours. That is not worth it. It increases the cost of a lot of the outposts by, like, about 20 stacks. No, not 20 stacks. About, like, 10 stacks of resources inside trains. But it doesn't actually save me much time. It just means like my first 2 outposts run a little bit longer. But honestly, at that, it's better to just make another outpost, I believe, at that point. Okay, splitter cost, I have not looked at in a while. 567 divided by 3. So that's 190. So that's... Ooh, that's actually 2 stacks of splitters. That actually, that's free real estate. It is cutting it close, but considering the splitter cost will never change, we can cut it close. That's totally fine. And then this is 451. So that's divided by 3. So that's an average of 150. Peak of probably 200. So yeah, 2 stacks of fast transport belts is going to be fine. Because the most expensive outpost we have uses 200 fast transport belts. If the bases are farther away, they're not going to use more fast transport belts. So yeah, that's okay. Now, we'll probably also add certain conditions to limit some of these below, but I don't think I want to do that today. But like, we're not going to send 4 stacks of transport belts. I imagine we're going to be sending 3.5 or 3. It's just, I can't make a symmetrical design that uses 3. You know, that doesn't work that well. You can't do half a slot in Factorio. Well, outside of using logic. With logic, you can, and that will be pretty easy. Oh yeah, I forgot. We added, this is some basic logic to make it that they don't brown out. The inserters don't brown out because we can't put the inserter on logic if they're connected to the train. Although I don't know if we really need to worry about that. Okay, what else? Roboports, most of those get placed or brought by us. but I imagine one stack will be sufficient because we're not going to place that many. We're only really going to place like the starting one. So yeah, one stack of Roboports is good. That is a lot of storage chests. I think if we fine tune the outpost a little bit, we can probably cut like an entire stack of storage chests per outpost, which I think is totally fine. Yeah, no, I'll do that. But storage chests are brought by hand anyway. We actually need more storage chests. I will add that to the to-do list. I don't think we're sending storage chests up here. Storage chest production at main building loader. And built oil. Oh yeah, we haven't done that either. You know, we might have done it. No, we have steel chests. We don't have storage. We don't have storage chests. We only need about 100 per outpost, which admittedly is a lot. I would like to decrease it to about 60. But that just requires me to have an exact estimate for how many inserters I need, which means I need to finish this train first before I can do that. Because basically the goal is we load a train in 2 to 3 minutes, we unload the train in 2 to 3 minutes. Although now that we have 2 trains, it's actually less of an issue. So I could very reasonably cut off probably a quarter. I could at least cut it down to 8 trains or 8 inserters unloading at each station. That's actually very reasonable to do. Increases the start time slightly, but makes it way easier for me to do the connections. Because honestly, having to make 2,000 storage chests might be a little bit problematic. Okay. But that's not going in the train, so it doesn't matter. Okay, assembling machines. Oh, I left the one assembling machine that I placed. That's funny. I left the one assembly machine I placed to check a recipe. But yeah, assembly machines have an exact count, so those are never going to change. So those ones are already good. Actual internet, that's cheating. I mean, I wouldn't say it's actual internet, but it is internet. But yeah, that's why we didn't stream yesterday. Our internet was down for like maintenance or something. I don't really know, but it was pretty much non-functional for like 36 hours or so, somewhere around there. It really is barely internet. Okay. Oh, fast splitters. That's not what I meant to do. That's just sad. Yeah, it was rough. I mean, when at my peak, my internet is like 100 up or 100 down, 10 up. But that's peak. It drops a lot. Like on average, I lose about 1 to 2% of frames each stream, I think. Yeah, it's they just don't have better options here. It's unfortunate, but I've learned to accept it, but it's not great. What am I looking for? Okay, substations are good. Chem plants are good. Rails aren't on the train. Splitters. Have I not put splitters on this train at all? Was my original design... Did my original design not have red splitters? Or did I just forget? I mean, I probably just forgot. We only need 20. We only need like 20, so it can go... Wait, actually, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can technically go on this train. Although that is pushing the limits of how much stuff is on this train. But if I only need 20 of it, putting it on this train makes the most sense. Yeah, no, I definitely needed splitters in all the design. I'm producing it at this outpost. This one has 8. This one will have 8 inserters unloading from it. So it can only be filled 80% of the capacity of the others. That doesn't track because item counts are things. But most of these are capped to like 2 items, so it's fine. It's fine. Like 1 radar. We're only using like 5 radars, so this isn't even a full stack. So this will have a total count of probably 500 items, whereas this is going to have probably like 2,000 2,500, something like that. No, it can. No, it's yeah, it's a 2,000 is the limit, and since some of these are transport belt, if it was 50, some of these are transport belts. Oh, but then it has chem plants. So yeah, no, they're probably all going to be about 500 to 1,000. That only really matters for the unloading phase, though, so it's not a huge optimization to worry about. Speed modules, I could either bring speed modules with me, but honestly, putting them on the outpost makes the most sense, since I'll be connecting the pump jacks to the network anyway. Yeah, because I really just want to ghost the the pumps. If I'm ghosting the pumps, should I bring pipe with me? The way I have it set up, I'm hand building the pipes, but I'm ghosting most of the pump jacks. If I want to ghost all of the pump jacks, I need to increase how much pipe I bring. Build pipe or ship pipe to connect oil. That's something I think we won't really know until practice. I can make a decision now, but I don't really know which one's ideal with my setup. Okay, so this one's good, 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 good. Substation's good. Check, check, check. Train stops we don't need. Train stops we bring with us. Honestly, we only need like 40 train stops. Well, okay, we need 2 per outpost. So we need probably between 40 to 50 train stops. So yeah, there's no reason to ship those. Honestly, they'll barely even be on the building train. Or, sorry, the resupply train. Furnaces are good. These are good. Okay, I think that's everything that goes on the train that we adjusted the values for. So we send 300 extra undergrounds. We send 200 extra yellow belts, 100 extra red belt, and about 200 extra... 300 extra yellow undergrounds. I think we should do... I think I should do 400 extra yellow undergrounds. Because these are used at a ratio of 3 to 2 when I'm connecting outposts. In terms of like distance traveled, right? These go 30% farther per underground pair than these, so I need 30% more of these. I don't know if 30 is the right value, but it's something like that. Okay, now we need to empty... We need to use something to like void these. What is never going to be there? Wire? What's the easiest way to do this? Oh, I can disable entities. There we go. That's the strat. Lamps? Do... Oh, you mean things that I'll never use. Yeah, lamps are a good idea. I thought you were suggesting I put lamps on the train for a brief moment. I was like, well, that ain't right. But yeah, lamps are good. Okay. And then this will have a whole lot of space for lamps. I feel like we also probably could have done fish, but I don't know. I like the lamp idea. We never use them, so this... That was unfortunate. Wait. Was it unfortunate? I clicked on the wrong thing, but I think it worked out. Yeah, okay. I clicked on the wrong spot, but I think I wasn't holding down shift, so it didn't break anything. Woo! Yay for not messing up as badly as I could have. I'll take it. Actually, wait. I might have messed up. No, I did mess up. Okay. That would have been bad. Okay. Now it's fixed. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, wait. I didn't realize you could copy... I didn't realize you could copy the shift click from one train to the other. For some reason, I thought it would be limited to while you had that inventory open. That's why I was messing up. Lamps sound like a bright idea. Get out. No, that's a good. I like puns. They're appreciated here. Okay, so we have plenty of train space. So this one's actually probably the highest entity count train. But let's, I mean, I guess we have to actually count, don't we? So this one is, yeah, no, I need the actual number. Okay, so this is a bunch of stacks of 50. So this one is 30 stacks of 50, 34 stacks of 50, 35 stacks of 50, 36, 37. Okay, so this one's 37 stacks of 50, and then 2 stacks of 100. Okay, so that's the first train. Second train is 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stacks of 50. These stack to 10, right? So 8 stacks of 10. Now, they won't all be filled, but I have to make the assumption that if they fill in an imbalanced way, that I can deal with the max capacity. And this is just trying to give me an idea of if I can unload the train fast enough, or how many unloading inserters I need, because I want to reduce that as much as I possibly can. Sorry, this is 11 times 50. I wasn't counting the solid fuel, which I need to. Well, I guess the solid fuel is the same in each of them, so I really don't. Okay, so this is 8, 12. Wait, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15? I thought I was shipping more transport belts. I actually want to do one extra stack of transport belt then. Okay, now it's 16 stacks, so that's 16 times 100. Okay. And then this one is a whole lot of 50s. Oh, but it's also a whole lot of pipe. Okay, so this is 23, 28. These stack to 50, so that's 30, 32. Okay, so that's 32 x 50. Left, middle. And then these are 100, I believe. So that is 5 times 100. Okay, that adds up to 37. Okay. Now this one is a little bit annoying. So this is 14 stacks of 50. Plus another 2. Well, this one's not split, so I don't need to round up here, but I don't have the exact count. So we'll just say this is 14, 15, 16, 22, 23. These are not on there. So we're at 23, 24. And then these are all counting to 1. So I'll just honestly group those all together. I'll just say there's 25 stacks of 50 here. Although realistically, it's actually way lower than that. Okay, so this gives us inserter count. So we just need to balance them relative to each other. Is basically the idea here. So what does that calculate towards? 25 times 50. Okay, so this middle one has 12,050 items, not 12,000, 1,250 items. This one has 32 times 50, which is not giving me a good answer. So that's 1,600 plus 500. So this is 2,100. Okay, that sounds about right. This one has the fewest inserters, so this one should have the least amount of stuff in it. This one was 11 times 50, so that's 550 plus 80, so that's 630 plus 1,600. So that's about 2,150 or 2,130. And then this first one is basically entirely filled with stacks of 50. That number I cannot do in my head. 37 times 50. 1,850 plus 200. Okay, so 2,050. So they are all within 200 of each other. We actually did a really good job of balancing the trains. I'm actually really happy with that. I feel like it should not have been that perfect. But no, they're pretty much all within like 5% of each other. So I'm very, very happy about that. Because that was our goal. That's why we split them up in this really weird pattern. Like we put the small counts with the large counts. but it was kind of just largely a guess because I wasn't sure how much of the small stack stuff we needed, but it worked out. Worked out real well. Okay, so yeah, accidents happen. Honestly, it is mostly an accident. We accidentally did something good for once. We definitely can't plan. We've seen my streams. Okay, so my goal is to unload stuff in I think 150 seconds, right? That's been my goal. I don't know, or sorry, 3 minutes. My goal has been 180 seconds using 3 inserters, and since it's chest to chest, it can do it in 1.8 items per second. So each inserter So each inserter can move 1.8 items per second. So I take 2100 divided by 1.8 divided by 180. That should give me how many inserters I need. So it looks like we can actually, if we went to unload in 3 minutes, we can actually do 7 inserters per train. And then the robot one can be half of that, or a little bit less than that. 1250 divided by 1.8 divided by 180. So that's 4. So we're actually really perfectly fine. We're doing perfectly fine with the unloading speed. So I'd say let's round it up. Let's get a little bit extra. So we'll do. Where's final outpost? Final redesign V2. Okay, so this is the one that we should be editing. Okay, so let's do 8 inserters per wagon. Seems reasonable. That is wiggle room 15% more than we need. So it should unload the train in about 1.5 minutes. Something like that, which is pretty good. Did I save it? I think I saved it. I hope I saved it. I think it would have asked. Hopefully. But yeah, that gives us... So we need this can be deleted, that can be deleted, this can be deleted, this can be deleted. I'm really mostly just making it symmetrical because it looks nicer. It's a little bit slower to build this way. Honestly, now that these are less wide, I could probably save a little bit of belt on some of the crossovers, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, so this should unload fast enough. Because we have 2 trains, I think it's totally fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to cut it that close. But now that we have 2 trains, if I can save... I mean, because that's 7 wagons that now have 2 less, right? No, 4 less. So yeah, that saves like 30 storage chests per wagon, which might not sound like a lot, but that's a very significant reduction in my inventory, the inventory that I need to bring over. And we could do 3 here. Although this is the bot train, I do want these to unload a little bit faster. So maybe I just keep it as 8. Because it would be nice if my bot train unloaded the fastest, because obviously that needs to fill. This needs to dispatch the bots ASAP. So yeah, I think that's all right. So that brings it down to 56. Either way, it's going to be over a stack, even if I cut those. So if I really wanted to, I could bring it down to 1 stack. But I'm just content that we took off about 20. I'm happy that we took off like 28. Now there has to be a faster way to do this, but honestly, it's not worth it. So we're just going to change each one individually. Okay, we decided not to change that one. Actually, you know, we did design this in a way that it's the same blueprint for all 3 of these with just the adaptive, like, with just the extra blueprint going across them. So maybe I should just do that. Because I could very easily, like, reprint this. But I feel like it's a sunk cost fallacy situation right now. Okay, those don't need that. I just feel like I've put too much time into this. Also, it's only taking like 15 seconds per train, which really is not a lot. Honestly, re-blueprinting it probably would have taken longer. Okay, very happy with the outpost design. I don't see any dead inserters here. We're getting our estimated production. I feel like this one dies a little bit, but I think it's totally okay if out of this entire base, one furnace runs half speed, right? Like, I think that's the only difference. This sometimes doesn't run full speed. I don't even think it's half speed. It's like 60% speed. So yeah, just occasionally, due to mining productivity timings, this last one is going to run a little bit slower, which is a reduction of 1/4% or something like that. It's half speed, right? So 0.5 divided by 360. A point, yeah, 0.1% loss, maybe 0.2% loss in production. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. Okay. No, I'm very happy that the outpost looks good, because that means we can actually start finalizing our production numbers. Because before we were just kind of guessing on a lot. It's real good having actual values. Yeah, this definitely uses a lot of pipe. I guess the redesign does just straight up add like 200 200 pipe, which the old design didn't, but the old design also didn't work. So yeah, that's a pretty big distinction. Not working is it's important for something to work. Then have I removed efficiency modules from these? Yes, I have. Okay, so it looks like honestly that's all I had planned for the day. Really, I just wanted to finalize that outpost and the loading train for it. So that way we can start double checking our production numbers. Oh, is that what it was? They used more undergrounds. I feel like the entity count went up more though. Maybe I'm just imagining it. It's not that many more. It's like 100. It's like 20 more. Oh, this one used more pipe than I thought. Okay, never mind. I just had the wrong amount of pipe in the train. Wait. I know what it is. I know what it is. I forgot how large a stack of pipe was when I was filling the train. That's literally all. That's all it was. When I was filling the train, in my head, each stack was 50. When I was making the train, I was right and knew each stack is 100. Okay, well that's an easy fix. So yeah, the new design only uses 100 more pipe, which is and it saves like 10 to 20 underground. But the main thing is it doesn't use double the pipe because that would not make sense at all. And honestly, even then, I don't even think it uses that much more pipe. They're pretty much identical. It's really just it's basically more production with the same amount of pipe, effectively, or within rounding error. It's really just me being dumb and thinking this was 250 pipe and not 500. Okay, so if I need 600 total, that would be 3 stacks, but I want a little bit of extra so I don't have to bring in pipe. So let's do that. There we go. And honestly, I think that was the highest filled train. Okay, so we did just drop that train down to 2,000. So technically this is the most full train, which makes sense because this is the one that has regular belt in it, which stacks to 100 and we need like 2,000 of. Yeah, very happy with that. We will fill the train next time. That will be the goal for next time. Fill building train and resupply train. My fingers really like doing double letters. Also, it says building. Let's just ignore both of those. That's it for me today. There's most likely no stream tomorrow. Watching the kids again. I'm not entirely sure on the time, but it's as far as I know, it's supposed to be around the same time as my stream. So most likely no stream tomorrow, but we'll be back on Monday for a meme run. We'll be finishing Shoot to Scoot, which, well, hopefully finishing it. Someone suggested we should get all of the military researches. So we'll see. Yeah, that one. That one, shoot to scoot, where you can only attack while moving, or you can only move while attacking. Technically, you can move while not attacking. It's just really really slow. But yeah, we obviously need to get flamethrowers and we need to get rockets. So it just depends if I can get those and launch a rocket on Monday. I know I could do either of them, but I don't know if I can do both because I don't build military very often. But that's it for me today. Thanks for all the help. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.